Let's be real. If you're a creator, you've probably felt that pressure to do something, brilliant, to go viral. But what if the actual secret to a long, successful creative life has nothing to do with that one moment of genius? Well, today we're going to dig into a principle that's been working for over 65 years, and honestly, it might just change how you think about everything.
So this is it, right? The million-dollar question for any of us trying to make something. How do you build something that actually lasts? We're going to find the answer in a pretty unexpected place.
And the answer? Well, it might surprise you, because it goes against everything we're told today about viral hits and overnight success. We think you have to be this flash of lightning, this extraordinary genius. But as you're about to see, the real secret, it's not about being brilliant at all. Yeah, the key is actually way simpler, and frankly, a lot more powerful. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about the simple, repeated, sometimes boring act of just showing up. All right, let's get into it with the story of a TV show that pulled off something most creators can only dream of. I mean, just look at that number for a second. Over 11,000 episodes. Can you even wrap your head around that? Creating something that becomes a reliable daily part of life, not just for a few years, but for whole generations of people. So picture this. December 9th, 1960. This show premieres. No big stars, no huge marketing budget, and the critics? They were not impressed. But it started, and then it just never stopped. So what was this secret sauce? How on earth did this little show, Coronation Street, manage to outlive thousands of others and keep going for more than 6 decades? The show's creator, Tony Warren, he wasn't chasing trends. His vision was almost shockingly simple. Tell honest stories about normal people and just keep doing it. It was all about showing up, consistently, with stories that felt real. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The show's superpower wasn't that it was the biggest or the most dramatic thing on TV. Its power came from the fact that it was always there. It was a constant, a reliable, comforting presence in people's lives. Okay, so let's bring this home. What does a 65-year-old soap opera have to do with us today, trying to build something meaningful? Well, a lot, actually. Man, it is so tempting to chase that viral hit, isn't it? To hope you win the content lottery and everything changes overnight. But what Coronation Street shows us is that there's a much better way. Instead of playing the lottery, you can build deep, earned trust. Just by being there, one is a gamble, the other is a strategy. And this is a really important distinction. We're not talking about a frantic, must-post everyday kind of grind that just burns you out. Nope. This is about finding a sustainable rhythm. A rhythm that lets your audience know they can count on you to be there. So, how do we actually do this? How do we apply this lesson? Well, the show's unbelievable run actually gives us a really practical 5-step framework for building our own creative endurance. Here they are, the 5 core ideas that turned a simple show into a legend. You start with an anchor, you build a routine, you simplify everything, you learn to evolve, and most importantly, you persist. Now this is where it gets really powerful, because you can see how the show's strategy translates directly into a playbook for us. So, step 1, anchor. The show had one street, you pick one main platform. Step 2, routine. They aired on the same nights, you pick a publishing schedule you can actually stick to. Step 3, simplify. They focused on everyday life, you don't have to write a masterpiece every time. And look at Evolve. The characters got older, the world changed, but the core of the show stayed the same. For us, that means we can adapt our content, but we keep our core voice. And then there's persist, maybe the toughest one. They kept going through bad ratings, even strikes. That's our lesson. Keep showing up, especially when the numbers are low. When you start thinking this way, it completely changes the game. It gives you a whole new definition of what a successful day, or even a successful career, actually looks like. Let's just be brutally honest for a second. Virality is a lottery ticket. Consistency is a strategy. A viral hit might get you 10,000 followers who forget your name tomorrow. But consistently showing up for 500 people, that builds a community. That builds something real. Okay, so you're probably thinking, where do I even start? Here are some super practical first steps. First, pick your street, just one main platform. Focus. Then, set a schedule you can actually keep. Be honest with yourself. And here's a pro tip. Build a small buffer, like 3 to 5 posts. It's your safety net. It will save you, I promise. And to keep that rhythm going, you need systems. Batching your work is a game changer. So is using tools to automate publishing. But you know what? Maybe the most important habit on this list is the last one. Forgive the gap. Because you will miss a post, you'll break the streak, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. It's just to start again.
And this really just brings it all home. A lasting career, the kind that endures, it isn't built on your absolute best day. It's built on your average day, repeated, over and over and over again. The creators who last aren't always the most brilliant. They're the most present. So the only question left is, what street are you going to build?